frantic as fuck doing this. Okay, I hope that's good. I hope the audio is good. It should be. I mean, like, I don't know. If it's not, I'm just gonna scrap this. Yeah. So, uh, one thing that I really like, as you can see, I live in a pretty pretty large city. Like, you can see the whole skyline of the city, and I'm right over near the highway. So, and one thing I really like about living in a really large city is just the amount of things that are going on at once. You know, like, life can feel totally different on one side of the city as opposed to another. And I'm not just saying that in a bad context, like, okay, one side's poor, one side is good, right? No, I mean that as in, there's like different parts that have different things going on, and just, I don't know, like, there's so much you can do, so much you can see, like, I guess, like, it's something that I always love that about, because, like, I originally lived in a large city, like, when I moved out of, like, this little, like, bum country town. Sorry if it's kind of loud, like, there's a lot of cars coming past here, but yeah, like, this little, like, bum country town, and I moved into a city, right? And it was amazing, honestly. But, like, I don't know. I mean, once I got there, and, like, I was already familiar with the area, sort of, but, like, I was actually, like, living there. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, like, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I'm like recording, like, right next to the sidewalk, right? So, like, there's just, like, people, like, walking past and everything. And, like, I'm trying to, like, keep this, like, down on the low. It's hard to record in public. Like, that's something I'm still trying to get used to doing. It's not easy. Like, you know. But anyway, yeah. Like, it's easy for, like, making, like, B-roll footage, if you know what that is. But, like, other than that, like, it's pretty difficult. But yeah. So, with regards to what I was saying before, yeah, like, so I lived in, like, I was familiar with the area, but, like, I moved in here, and, like, I just got out and went everywhere and did everything that I possibly could. Like, it was amazing, honestly. So, you know, I made the most of it. And I feel like if you have the opportunity to be living in such a large city, and, assuming that you feel safe with going on to see, like, just go to events, go to random things that you see, like, on Instagram or social media. Like, dude, like, okay, everybody hates, like, Instagram and everything, and we also use it, but, like, at the very least, if you're going to use it, you know, use it to find stuff that's going on around. But I really want to, like, talk about, like, random street encounters, okay? Like, street shenanigans, all right? Like, the type of stuff, like, you see in memes and all that. Because, like, I feel like it's kind of like the nature of the city that I live in, particularly. Like, if you live in somewhere, like, I don't know, like, New York City or London, like, it'd probably be similar. But, um, yeah, like, dude, I got, like, a lot of, like, random encounters. Like, it's actually, like, kind of wild, to be honest with you. Like, I remember this one time, like, I was walking, like, the sketchy part of downtown, because, like, our downtown is just like, dilapidated. It sucks, honestly. And, dude, like, I went to, I was stopped at a stoplight, right? And it was like an unskippable dialogue, like an unskippable cutscene, all right, where it's just like, like, some yapping, and you can't do anything about it. I was waiting at the stoplight, cars were still going, and, like, this dude just walks up to me, he's like, yo, Rastaman, Rastaman. I'm like, dude, okay, I have dreads and all that, but, like, it's like, it's just random. I mean, I'm not Rastafari myself, but, like, it was just random that, like, dude walked up to me. Anyway, essentially, like, we get on to yapping about, like, some, I don't know, like, something, like, bro, like, what is going on over here? Yeah, we get to, like, yapping about something, like, oh yeah, like, how old are you? Like, are you, you know, well, are you in college? What major are you? oh yeah, I'm like, okay, like cool, like I'm such and such, I'm engineering, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't really like to take much pride in the fact that I'm an engineering major. So it's just kind of like something I just know and then I move on. Um, but in this case, like, yeah, he asked me a bunch of questions about it, and like, um, how college is like going, and like, do I have a girlfriend? Like random questions. Like, why would you like walk up to somebody and like just ask them like this like full on interrogation on the side of the street near some train station in some sketch part of town, dude? Like every place was like, I had like the garages. Like the garages you see like in like a downtown area or something like that, for businesses and doors and all that. And like all of them were just covered in graffiti. Like I don't know. And I couldn't get out of the situation because like I was there on my bike, coming from volunteering, and yeah, like I don't know. Anyway, after every single time I answered one of his questions, he kept shaking my hand, right? And like you could probably bring the question of like, okay, like, well, why were you just shaking some random stranger's hand? Especially 10 times. Well, I mean, like to that I respond like, okay, what was I supposed to do? Like turn them down? Oh yeah, no, I can't. And then walk to like the other side of the street, like or something like that. Like no, I had to cross this light anyway. So he kept shaking my hand, and he had this like really strong cologne on. Like, dude, he was like 5 feet away, and I was able to smell him like from like all the way over there. And it was like, oh yeah, it was cologne. It smelled good, but like it was like a lot. And so like after every time he shake my hand, like I got the cologne smell in my hand. And after the conversation, I rode back home, and I washed my hands, and it still smelled the same. Then I washed it 5 times, and it still smelled the same. And I washed it 10 times, and it still smelled the same. And by this point, I think I was just pretty pissed off because I couldn't really do anything about it. Like, how does that happen? I don't know, but I woke up the next morning and my hands still smelled like that after a shower. Not as much, but it was still there. What's another like random like street encounter or just like random thing I see like going around the city? I don't know. I've seen like a lot of different things. I can't really think of anything. Like I'm feeling pretty uncreative. I wanted to make a video to post something because I'm doing nothing else right now. I have a bunch of homework I need to finish, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't know. What am I getting at? I guess it's just that like I really enjoy like the spontaneous elements of life that you get out of living in a big city. And like preferably like I would want to live in, like the outskirts of it, like in a more calm area. But like because like where I'm at right now, like I don't live over here. I like no, this is not where I live, but I live in a pretty urban area, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's a lot. It's not really my thing. I like being in the city, but like in an area where there's lots of houses and trees, and like yeah, it was nice. I enjoy going into the city a lot and just like getting out there and seeing what the sights look like at night, and seeing the flashing lights around the city. It's it's nice, and it's something that I feel like a lot of times we take for granted because not every place has big, tall, massive buildings to look at with lots of lights and lots of things happening and going on around. Because of course I also live in the United States, and this is a place of abundance, a lot of many things. When I was living on an island, it wasn't like we didn't have any like no, I didn't live in any like relatively poor area. Um, I don't know. It was just the fact that there's just like so much less to do, so much less to see. But at the same time, I feel like that's subjective because in my case, like okay, like my idea of seeing things, involves like going through like a city and going to all sorts of events and like random places, parks, buildings, you know, and just exploring. But somebody else is maybe like, okay, well, I really like swimming, like and seeing lots of forests and fields and trees and stuff like that, which I also like that. That's pretty peaceful. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But um, you know, I don't know. I guess like what I'm getting at is just wherever you are, just like try to get out there and actually see the place. Dude, there's so many people coming down here right now. Like I'm just trying to record this. I think I picked a bad place to record. Like dead serious. Like I don't know how inconspicuous the phone is that I'm recording off. Not to mention I'm near the highway. Like this is so loud. Like genuinely, it's like obnoxious, and it's like over near the highway where it's like always backed up to. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. Yeah, I'm definitely picking a different place next time. So yeah, I don't know, just wherever you are, like get out there and like really immerse yourself in it. This is a big reason of why like I'm not really a big fan of most open world games, just because like I don't like sinking that much time into a video game. Like like it's just like I don't know. I mean, they're really well made games for the most part. A GTA 6 or 5 because there's no GTA 6 as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't even exist. Um, or Red Dead. I don't know. I've never played any of those games anyway. Breath of the Wild, my favorite open world game, and like my second or probably my favorite game of all time is Cyberpunk, and it has that same feel, just getting out there and getting yourself involved in so many like insane and weird and also like sometimes wholesome situations. Um, Obviously, the world of Cyberpunk is a lot worse than where I'm at right now, but yeah. I just saw that sometimes I just feel like, oh yeah, I'm in a video game and doing like a bunch of side quests or something like that. I don't know. It's just something I really enjoy. I could go on for like hours about like random situations I've had in the city and things I've seen and cool things. I went to like a big like Halloween parade today. Like, what is going on with these cars speeding over here? Like these people, they don't even go to the school. Okay, whatever. Um, yeah. What was I saying before? Yeah, I could go on, but yeah, I really enjoy that feeling. I really enjoy that feeling. It just makes everything feel like a video game. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I went to a big parade today. I wore like my like if you watch like Invader Zim is like my favorite cartoon of all time. Wore my like Gur hat, like a bright green hat. It's like so obnoxious looking, but like it's also kind of funny. Um, and, just had a bunch of like conversations with people and like listen to some. Oh my god, my phone fell. The next I'm in like a metal concert, like a mosh pit or something like that. And now I'm sitting out here looking at the city. Oh boy. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm probably gonna have to like blur something out, just like keep the like location a little more secure. But yeah, peace.